So I was front of house or a career server. And then Brian was a chef, but turned server as well. So we could like go foraging and all that. We moved from restaurant world to canning by a hobby switch. We started making jams and jellies and selling them in Philadelphia at like high-end farm markets. It kept growing. It kept demanding more of our time. We're doubling in sales and really kind of got interesting. And the more I would buy local produce from farmers, they would ask if I did custom canning. We did have investors during the height of the pandemic that were interested and wanted to like offer us a lot of help to get it going. And we were like, this is it. Money was what we needed. So we ended up on a farm that sells primarily to restaurants in Lancaster County. So they're able to recoup their loss on those ugly onions by making an onion powder or fermented hoagie relish, whatever makes sense for the farm. Super custom. Each farm has their own needs. We're able to really see where it can grow for everybody. I continue to like meet people or try to attend events that are around ag out here. Picture this. We're sitting in a meeting, probably 35 people in the room. There's someone from FSA through the USDA, which was kind of talking about like the icky part of like profit and loss. And she went to pivot into cash flow. And raise your hand if you have a good handle on your cash flow right now. And I was like, oh, I do. And like knows that we're like new and was kind of like, well, how? Like she knows me personally. How? And I was like, well, see, accounting software I have. I was like, I have Ambrook. If they're using QuickBooks, they will save money in switching just alone. I was able to go back in time and see that I spent like sometimes like $340 a month on QuickBooks to not get any of the numbers that I get from you. It has so much to offer. The organization of the resources makes sense for the business we're in, using the app or the platform and giving quotes. Speaking again to how custom our processing is, say you want turmeric powder. If it's clean and washed and prepped, I have one price for it. But if you only pulled it out of the ground and it's covered in soil and it still has the tops on it, it's a different price. You feel like as a small business owner, this is an aspect of the business that isn't going to be as difficult as you think it's going to be, or like you're putting off looking into taxes, bookkeeping, the future, 5 years plan. Am I even making money on this thing I love? Right? Like that's all really hard, heavy questions. And using the platform is so easy and so reactive and interactive that I do feel that you're able to kind of get the answers you want in real time. And it isn't difficult. We were able to use it closer to the end of the year last year, being such a small operation. You know, where did we have more money to spend on more equipment this year? Buy an extra table and buy a mixer and know where we stood on little things like that. Last year, I was able to tell that I produced 20 tons of produce. We doubled in the amount of farms that we work with. People keep coming back. And the main value or like rewarding feature, I would say, is I can see these farmers really feel happy about recouping some of their effort, their loss, and their labor and recoup their money.